Hi, this is Matt Cox, and I'm a con man. I was recently released from federal prison, and if you've watched any of the videos, you know most of this already. Basically, I was on the Secret Service's most wanted list. I was chased by the FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Marshals around the country for 3 years. Whatever, I stole in between, what, $15 to $55 million. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Empire. But before I do that, do me a favor, bro, come on, serious. Smash the fucking like button, subscribe, turn on the bell, shoot this thing to a bunch of your friends, help me grow the fucking channel, do the whole thing. Really desperate not to have to go back to fraud. Now I'm gonna go into the movie. The movie is Empire, and it's with John Leguizamo? I don't know, whatever. You know who he is. Actor. It's a great movie. It's a con man movie. Basically it's two worlds collide. I actually think that's what they use as the kind of the marketing campaign, where it's basically this guy who's Wall Street. He's a Wall Street hustler. He's a con man, and he typically cons investment bankers, people with money, people that invest, and he sets up shell companies, and he gets them to invest in corporate entities and startups, and then he takes off with the money, and he happens to ensnare a guy who's a street guy who's got a bunch of cash. And this is the first clip that basically sets up the movie, and it's just an awesome sleeper movie that you probably never heard of, that you really ought to watch, because just the whole movie's fucking phenomenal. I said fucking for the algorithm. Okay. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and review clip 1.
Like Rockefeller, Carnegie, and in my time a geek motherfucker like Bill Gates. That's right.
This is great.
They all did it themselves.
So he starts off the movie, he totally tells about who he is.
I got a product. I sell it aggressively and I make money.
And that he's basically just a businessman selling you know,
sells itself.
selling a good product. He's selling drugs. People want it. It sells itself. He runs a drug kind of a little gang, and these guys are moving in on his gang, and it's a violent. Right, straight cash.
I got me a $40,000 truck I park in one of the poorest.
Can't put his money in the bank. I mean, it's.
Why? Because they know who I am.
It's great because the whole movie, it's a drug movie about the streets, and you don't even see the con coming.
What kind of business is he in?
This is his girl. This is the main guy, the con man's girlfriend, which acts basically as the roper.
What? So you're the lucky motherfucker. Oh. This your place, huh?
Yeah, so the girlfriend meets the girlfriend, invites the one girl over and the boyfriend, because she knows the boyfriend's loaded, so she invites him over to meet her boyfriend.
I want to represent the other half, so I let them kind of impress each other.
And that's
It'll work for you.
it's nice because
Well,
the guy's liquid.
I'm not doing enough of. That's for damn sure, you know.
Yeah,
This is a great setup.
that's cool. I bet that whatever it is that you do is not half as bad as what some of those people down there do.
And he tells him exactly what he knows he wants to hear.
But, you know, you could be a part of this too, you know?
What?
It's the age of peace and prosperity.
I mean,
Why don't you put me down for some of that?
How do I get in touch with you?
Go through, bro.
this is good.
Trish, hey, do you have any idea how much he's worth liquid, just cash?
No.
$4 or $5 million.
$4 or $5 million.
Really?
Really?
All right, so that's the end of the clip. Basically, his girlfriend acts as a roper. She pulls in people. She's probably, you know, I don't know, upper middle class. She ropes in people to invest in the boyfriend's business. They move around from town to town doing this. And they take people, and she ends up meeting this chick at one of her college classes, and pulls her in and pulls the boyfriend in, and that's it. I mean, it's
Yeah, she sees the jewelry.
yeah, she
right?
sees the jewelry. She sees these guys she's got like a $20,000 necklace or something. So it's great. He tells him exactly what he wants to know, just enough to rope him in. And
How does he know what he's worth?
you know, they never really get into that, but I think based on the vehicle he's driving, where he's living, the girlfriend, the jewelry, I mean, he knows he's got to be worth a chunk of money. And this is the thing about all these guys, like even in federal prison, when I would talk to these guys and I would say, well, you know, you probably have to come up with 100,000 or 200, we'd be talking about different things. You know, they would, even if they, you know, and I would say, do you have that kind of money? If you don't have that kind of money, and they would say, well, you know, I don't typically, like, you realize right away, a lot of these guys they're businessmen. They are buying as much product as they can and moving it. They're trying to make as much money as they can, so they're constantly flipping their money into product and then selling it and getting the money back. The thing is, they're also borrowing from each other. So guys would say, well, yeah, I don't have a couple $100,000 cash on me, but I can make 3 phone calls and I can get a couple $100,000. They're always doing that with one another. It's the same thing. This guy's leading a gang that's running, I think is it Brooklyn?
Hey, this is Matt Cox. I hope you're enjoying the video. Wanted to let you guys know real quick that one of the ways I pay my bills is I do paintings. My paintings range anywhere from $800 to a couple thousand, but I also have smaller paintings that I sell for $295, and that includes shipping. And I've got Marilyn Monroe, Bubblegum Girl, Biggie Smalls. I've even got some Trumps. I'm gonna leave my information in the description box, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Biotechnology, human genome.
This is legit. It's like happening now.
This is how he ropes him in.
It's legit. Of course it's legit. Is it legit?
For real? For real.
So the question you gotta ask yourself is how much are you willing to invest?
Hi.
Prior to this, he shows him the
So,
prospectus.
how
He
much
pitches another
do I need to
couple
invest in this?
clients.
Only stuff. If you just want to get your feet wet, we're talking about a minimum of $1 million.
He's already seen his office, where his office is set up.
We're looking at
Secretaries.
several
He's a
times.
legitimate guy. He appears to be a super legitimate guy.
9 places. An apartment that belongs
Guy
to
goes
some
and gets
old woman
fucking-
that
gets
can't
like $1
afford
million
to
in
live there.
cash.
Bodegas, a blind man's place.
Or 1.5. Does he get 1.5 or a million? I forget.
Their
But
rent, give them some
talks about
grocery
where he
cash,
keeps his
return,
money, the whole
keep
thing. I mean, he
safe.
can't keep it in the bank.
Jack?
Guy invests the money for him. He
I
gets
wanted
the
to
money
wait till
back.
the girls were around to give this to you, but I kind of got to give it to you now.
So he gave him $1 million in cash, and I give you back a check for $2 million. Right?
Sweet, man.
So that's how most con men.
Sure, of course. Of course, I just made you.
Profit.
I just made you profit. But it's just a check.
4.5.
Now look, he's pitching him another investment. Same night.
Wait a minute. Check, you putting $6 million of your own cash into this? Is how
Yeah,
much
I'm putting.
you
Six, he tells him I'm putting $6 million of my own money in.
Solid management team, 20 years experience, never fucked up.
This is great.
Some really smart money in it, a really sound idea.
Man, I've met so many guys like
Everyone's
this
trying
too.
to get in, but the deal's closed.
He's telling him you can't get in. You can't get in though.
Massage me into that, man.
Can you get me in the deal?
Seriously?
It's like the doctor.
It's like all of them, bro. I don't want your money. No, you keep that money. No. Now you're begging me to give. He gives him the $2 million check right back.
I want to make a partnership where I can get you 300.
Then he has him go and get more money. So now I need you to go and borrow from your friends and family.
1.5.
Or in this case, your drug connect.
I know, but I can get you 4.5 in a 6-month period. That's the beauty of it.
This is obviously all of it.
He brings it to him in cash.
Yo, if you're short, just give me a holler, alright?
Like $4 million.
Sure, it's all of it.
I think it's $4 million, I think it ends up being. He brings it in cash.
Cash
I
business,
think
man.
his reaction is very suspicious too.
Right,
When he sees
here.
it.
Yeah. When he's
You see
when he goes,
looking at that?
he goes, it's all in cash. I didn't know you were going to bring it to me in cash. He brought you the other money in cash. You know he's a drug dealer. You know he's bringing it to you cash. You know this. You know, the nice thing about
It's not that smirk.
right. Well, you know the nice thing about the drug dealer is, or about this guy is that is him hitting the drug dealers. It is all cash, right? So it's not a wire, and now I have to figure out how to get the money out of the bank. Do I buy Bitcoin? Do I buy silver? Do I buy gold? What do I do? How do I convert this? Do I send it overseas to some Russian bank? Do I ever see my money again? You know, do I use mules? In this case, you've done all the work for me. You just gave me $4 million in cash. I just got to disappear. You're done. And what's great is he's got like a, is that like an HQ, which is basically these dummy offices where they set up to look completely legitimate. They'll put your name on it. I used to rent them all the time. I would even use the logo of the actual company so that when they walked in, the logo of my company is everywhere. Even if they switch the name, because they have like they won't even put a name, or they'll have a generic name, or they'll put your name of your company on the board. You walk in, you think I own the whole floor. I don't own the whole floor. I don't own anything. I'm renting a secretary. She's forwarding my phone. That's it. But if you show up, you think he owns the whole floor, and that's what he does to him. So what's great is then you have like the reveal where he takes off with the $4 million, and this guy walks in and figures out he's been conned. This is a good scene. Okay, so this is clip 3, and this is basically, I'm pretty sure this is the reveal. And there, all right. Hadn't heard from him in a couple days. He gives him a call. You hear that? Doo, doo, doo. Do phones even do that anymore? No? Oh, that's an old movie. It's great though. Look, the name of the business is different. He goes to his house. Like they're like, who are you looking for? When he goes to his office. He goes to his house. It's completely cleaned out.
Shit, that was pretty fucking stupid.
Tells his buddies.
Man, would you shut the fuck up already with this shit, man? It's bad enough, right?
No doubt, but it's pretty stupid, man.
Fucking $4 million gone. Gone. The only thing he's got is that, and this is what one of the things that bothered me about the movie, because the movie's great. The con man in the movie is, I mean, it's a great scam. So, but the issue is, at one point in the movie, the main character, the guy played by John Leguizamo, I'm probably butchering his name, but when his character calls him one day, he's calling him, trying to get in touch with him. Well, the guy's like on vacation or something. He actually makes the mistake of calling from his sister's phone number. So he actually has his sister's phone number on his phone. The guy's most likely thinking, it's not going to catch up to me. He'll never remember. Even if he calls, my sister's not going to give him my information. You know, he's not thinking. He's thinking he's so slick. He's overconfident. He makes that one fucking mistake. So he loses the $4 million. He's got to track him down. So he tracks him down. All right. So this is clip 4, and this is basically the outcome. He tracks him down looking for his money. He actually catches up with him, which.
Fuck! You got nothing to say now, man?
I don't know what to say, man.
Come on, you're so quick, man.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to fucking say.
You're not happy to see me?
Second, you know you need me to get that $4 million, and if you want to be
This
smart,
kills me, too.
You don't want to be some fucking stupid spick.
The guy's got a gun.
Whatever comes,
The girl's screaming at him.
fucking trash.
It's over, bro. It goes bad. Goes bad. Just like, remember the story I wrote?
Jack, I don't want to have to fucking kill you, man. Just tell me where the money is.
Get out, piece of shit!
Jack.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The guy comes at him. What are you doing? He just shot your fucking girlfriend. What are you doing? Now it's like, let me get you your money back, bro. We can work this out.
Things in my life. Broke all the rules. Hurt a lot of people. But here I was. My kid's life was about to begin.
I mean, this guy has to move. This cartel's looking for him. That's it. So the one thing is, hold on, is that it bothers me that there's a few things that bother me. I mean, the movie's amazing. And I can only imagine, listen, I mean, you know how many drug dealers I've had come up to me and, want to work out a deal and do this and do when we get out, when this and when that, I can give you this, I can do this. Like, yeah, bro, I'm good. They're ready to just hand money over, especially when you're saying, I don't want your money. I don't want the money. No, listen, they're begging to give you the money. So, and I know multiple guys like this that was their big thing was, to try and tell the people, like, you know, you see all this money that we're making, and then to tell them that they can't be a part of it. So when he eventually catches up to him, the only part that bothers me is how they react when he's got a gun. You know this guy's dangerous. You know he's a street guy. You know he's killed people. You know he's been shot before. You know the world he lives in. And his girlfriend starts mouthing off and screaming at the guy with the gun. The con man starts screaming. I mean, the truth is, I'll just give you your money back. You know how many times I've been caught?
Were they on coke? Were they doing
No, I don't think so. I think it's just drama. It's just dramatized. It's not a real story. It's dramatized. You want to have some kind of a, you know, they want to wrap it up and make it sound like it's kind of do an anecdotal story.
The story is,
right.
If you do this, you're dead.
Right. Well, the truth is, you know, if the guy had made that one mistake, he'd have never caught up with him, and he'd walked off with $4 million in cash, because that's what he does.
It's hard to avoid that one mistake, though.
Yeah, that one mistake would fuck you up, I tell you that. All right. Okay, so fucking hit the like button. Bro, great movie. Great movie. It's Empire, and I think it's not the TV show Empire. It's the con man movie Empire.